Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday, and I hope that everyone has had a good Passover with at home. And for those that are celebrating Easter, happy Easter. JCA welcomes everyone in whatever religions, even though it is a home for the Jewish family. And I am very blessed to work for the JCA. Thank you for welcoming everyone in the community. And today I am teaching Pilates mat. And hi Moore, hi Kathy, welcome. I'm glad you're joining me this morning. And there's a few things that you're going to need if you have. Actually, you don't need it. If you don't have it, you just need yourself and somewhere to lay. It can be your mat if you have it, or a soft carpet. Some of the things, if you have, I would suggest for you to pull it out, which could be a band and a light set of weight if you have it. Again, this is totally optional. And if you have a Pilates ring or a ball or even a pillow, it would work. So there's the mat. I hope everybody is going to have a great view from here. So I'm going to just set my props over this way. Have a water if you like. Good morning if you are joining. And we will start sitting on our mat. So if you need a pillow to sit on to be comfortable, please find a pillow. And we're taking the breath through the rib cage in Pilates. So I want you to feel yourself sitting in your sitting bones with the spine aligned, because I am going to focus on alignment and core strength today. So as you find yourself sitting up straight, go ahead and take a moment to close your eyes. And I want you to focus on your breath, feeling the breath here rising as you expand your back. So here we're trying to engage the core, and in Pilates breathing, we're trying to breathe through your back and your side ribs, through your space in your back and your side of your rib cage. So as you feel the breath in, feel that expansion. And then when you're breathing out, we're going to exhale through the mouth as we feel the ribs snugging and hugging towards each other. But as you do this, I want you to feel your spine lengthening up at the same time. So you're breathing in and feeling through the sitting bones, lengthening towards the sky. And then exhale through your lips. As you feel everything snug, and it's like almost like you're hugging yourself with your obliques as you're breathing out. So everything comes in together. Inhale, expand, and you can even try this with your hands on your side ribs as you feel that space. And then as you exhale, feel everything kind of settle. Shoulders relax, feeling the top of the crown lengthening. And again, inhale. Exhale. Just let your hands rest. Feel the shoulders down, away from the ears. And as we open the eyes and we have this focus on this Pilates breath, we're going to take your right arm to the sky. Take a nice long length, so feel the hip here reach down, reach the hand away, and I'm mirroring you, so it is my left, but I'm mirroring you, so it will be your right arm. And then you're going to go up and over to your left side. And as you do this, I want you to think like you're doing an arc, like you're going up to go over, not just to go down. So you think of lifting, and then exhale as you go over. Let's try that on the other side. Left arm, breathing in, feel that space from the hip all the way to your fingertips. And exhale as you're leaning over to your left. Let's repeat. Deep breath in, nice and long. Exhale, reaching over. This time I'm going to turn your shoulders towards here, your left knee. You're going to feel that you're going up and over a ball as you're going to now here look down and feel the hand reach away from your back. Engage the abdominal to the spine. Feel the space here creating from your right hip to your right hand. And lengthen back to the top. We'll switch. Left arm is up. You're going to go first up and over, lateral stretch. Exhale as you feel the space reaching. Inhale as you turn now your shoulders over to the right. Go up and over. Engage abdominal and take that nice long stretch through the back side of your body. And come back to the top. Lay your arms, come down. So here we're going to just take a nice shoulder stretch. We're going to bring the shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, release. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. Turn yourself sideways. So we're going into the spine C curve. Having here the hands on the back side of the legs. Starting off by feeling your sitting bones and feeling the spine nice and straight. And when you inhale, really feel here the top of the crown lengthening. You don't have to lift your shin per se. Just think of lifting your chest rather. As if you had, for ladies, if you had a nice necklace that you're trying to shine it up. For men, if you have a nice bow tie that you're trying to present yourself up with good posture. So you inhale there. When you exhale, I want you to feel like you're hugging around as you let your elbows go off to the side. So this is the shape of the arms. When you go back and you're looking towards the hips, and you have your abdominal contracting to the spine. As if someone wants to hug you, but you don't want to hug them. So you're creating this nice, yeah, hi, like a way type of hug, though. More so in these times where we're not supposed to be hugging our friends right this moment. So inhale, feel the spine lengthen. Feel your collarbones here smiling as you take a nice inhale. Feel that spine long. Exhale, contract, creating that nice C curve from the hips all the way towards your head. Big breath out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Scoop, 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 scoop. And go ahead, take those legs here in front of you. The legs will be straight, but if your legs are straight and your back is rounded because of the hamstrings being tight, I'd rather you to bend the knees and feel the spine nice and straight. The focus is the core and the spine. So if the legs bend, it's better. And then from there, as your legs becoming more flexible, you might be able to extend the legs all the way. Now, I do want the energy through your feet. So I want you to flex your feet so the toes are towards the sky. And you're going to take the arms up towards the sky. As you inhale, we're going to go into the spine stretch. On the exhale, go up and over, looking between the legs as you round your back. From there, imagine there's a ball in front of you that you're going up and over this ball. And then you're going to go back halfway. And when you go halfway, settle the shoulders. Engage the abdominal into the spine. Gaze between your feet and let the arms be out in front of you. That's your exhale. Inhale. Lift. And again, bend the knees if you need to. Reaching nice and high. Go up and over. As you're letting the head shake between your arms and feeling that nice long stretch all the way from the feet to your back into the arms. And those that have been walking a lot or even jogging, this will be a great balance with all that outdoors activity. So go ahead, lift those arms up, inhale, and exhale. Spread your toes if you can. Create that energy through your feet, all the way through the legs as you go over. And then we go back, exhale, halfway. Feel the abdominal digging into the spine. So your intention is everything. Even the little things. If you are creating that intention, it's going to be so much more effective. Now, I'd like for you to have space behind you, so you're going to scooch yourself forward. If you are using the mat, you want to have your head ideally on the mat as you go down. You're going to slowly on exhale. So actually, I'll say this before we go down. If you have your props, like your ball, your pillow, or your Pilates ring, bring that with you as you go down. So we're going to go slowly down. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. You want to do it nice and controlled without flopping as you go. And then you lay yourself all the way on your back. For those that have vertigo, or you know that it's hard for you to have your head all the way down, use a pillow as your head support. Because again, throughout the class, you shouldn't feel anything on your neck or feel dizzy. Of course, we want to do something that's going to be helpful and healthy to you. Once you are down, I want you to pay attention to your neutral spine. So the way I like to find it is that you can slide your fingers here slightly up through the lower back and have the hands on the front. And make sure that you can try to here engage both together. we don't want to start off in the neutral where your lower back is down. You have a little bit of a space. Your back has a natural S, a natural curve to it. And so when you're laying down, you really want to just even like move your hips a little bit and finding that neutral space where you're not yet contracting or anything. You're just settling, okay? But so, letting the fingers now slightly under the hand at the top here, and just feeling those two engaging where you feel that you are in the neutral but yet engaging the core by feeling the hands coming closer to each other. When you're breathing, again, we are breathing through the rib cage. So you inhale to expand your chest. When you exhale, feel everything come together from the sides, for the front and the front and down, from the front and the back side body coming close together. That's your exhale through your lips. Inhale just one more time like that with that awareness. And again, you can stare at the ceiling or close your eyes, but find your focus within your body as you do this. Inhale through the rib cage, exhale, everything comes in together. Now go ahead and relax your arms down, and we're going to do what we call the Pilates tilt. You're going to slowly now bringing your lower back down and letting the hips tilt, which means now you are slightly engaging your glutes as you're bringing your sitting bones more pointing up towards the knees, and then you're going to release the sitting bones more pointing down towards the heels. So it's just a little bit of a rock. You inhale, exhale, do that little bit of rock, feeling the lower back this time touch the floor. Inhale, find that release. Exhale, bring it back. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then back to neutral. We're going to do now the hips. Imagine now the hip bones have two cups in each side, one on the right, one on the left. And when you're going to tilt, you're going to lower the right and lift the left. And just so slightly, not very much. And then you're going to go to the other side where you bring the right hip up slightly and the left hip up slightly. And you notice that the weight shifts a little bit from one foot to the other as you do this tilt right and left. From here, we are going to practice the pelvic clock, which means you're going to do a circle through the hips. And I'll imagine that you have a clock right on top of the hips. The belly button is the 12 o'clock. Your right hip is your 3 o'clock. The hips, your tailbone is the 6. And your left will be the 9. So we're going to go start with the 12. You're going to feel if there's a water that you're going to, sitting right in the middle, that's spilling in towards the 12 o'clock. Then you're going to go to the 3 o'clock. Then you're going to go into the 6 o'clock, which now you have more space in the lower back. Then you go into the 9 o'clock and back to 12. Now let's try to do this with fluidity. So you're going to go 3, 6, 9, 12. Again, 3, 6, 9, 12. Reversing 9, 6, and 3, 12, and 9, 6, 3, and 12. So now we're going to create a little bit more of freedom through the hips through that exercise. Have the arms down to your sides. And we're going to press both feet even through the floor. So if the feet is too far, bring it closer to the hips. Pressing into the feet to rising now up into a bridge position. In the bridge position, different than yoga, you're not trying to go all the way up high. You're actually trying to create a nice line. From the knees to the shoulders, you have an internal activation through those inner thighs. So sometimes the tendency is the knees go out or the feet are too wide. You want to make sure your feet and your knees are pointing in the same line with the hips. You have the abs engaged. You have the glutes engaged. And you're going to take now a nice inhale up there. And when you exhale, you're going to peel and roll the spine down. And as you start with your upper back, as you roll down into the mid back, notice that your hips now are rounding and curving as you go into the lower back. And then you gently find your hips touching the floor and then release into neutral. That's your inhale. Exhale, round, press the feet down. You're going to roll up into the bridge. Feeling everything stacked and aligned, breathing in. Engage those inner thighs, even so they're not pulling towards each other, they're just engaged where they don't fall off. And then you exhale as you take your time, peeling one vertebra at a time, slowly back to the floor. As you create that nice internal awareness. And very often, You see me closing my eyes as I do this because it helps me, and it may helps you too, also to be internally aware. We're going to do that one more time. Pressing through the feet. You can even be light on your toes. Think the ball of the feet and heels pressing into the floor as you roll your way up. Inhale up there. Make sure there's no tension on the neck. You can move your head slightly side to side. There's freedom. Feel even the fingers reaching towards the heels. On the exhale, make your way down. Nice and controlled. Breathing out as you're coming down nice and slow. Peeling, 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 peeling until you find yourself all the way back to neutral. Taking the arms up, we're going to lift the head and shoulders. Now this is where you might use a ball as a support or a pillow that's big enough that you can support your head if you find any neck tension. The legs, on this one, we're going to practice the 100. They have multiple ways of how you can place them depending on your core strength or how you're feeling today. The feet can be on the ground, which is a little bit easier, and you can focus on your upper body. I am going to do 10, but you can modify it by taking breaks in between and then come back whenever you're ready. You don't want to feel fatigued to the point where the quality is not there. Pilates, the philosophy is quality over quantity. So that's why we're only doing 10, and we want to do the max best of your 10 on the exercise. So feet down is one, legs tabletop is the other version, and legs extended is the more challenged version. The legs being up in the air, thinking of creating a V with your feet so you have the heels together, the toes pointing. Different levels from here is keeping the legs up, maybe bring them lower, and then even more so advanced is when the legs are hovering, or not hovering, but going lower towards the floor. You still want to feel the lower back protected, and you do not want to feel this through your neck, okay? So the fingers are reaching away from the ears. By doing that, you're creating the tension from the shoulders reaching out. So those fingers are reaching out to the mat, to the end of the mat. You inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, palms can be turning up or still facing down. I like to turn it up so I know when we're doing this, when we're breathing in and out. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. Exhale. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last two. Inhale. Breathe out. Shoulders up, shoulders up. One more time. Inhale. Reaching out. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then rest all the way down. If you did your best, you probably felt that core exercise. At least I did. And so, now I'm going to work more so through the back side of the body. So hold the back of the legs, roll yourself up to a sitting, and we're going to turn facing down. So as we go down on your stomach, you want to feel here your arms and the legs having enough space where you can reach through the fingers and through your toes. So as you gaze down at the mat, think of pull your abdominal in off the floor. So that's actually the very beginning of everything. If you have yourself here where you're just thinking of the back side of the body, you will exhaust those back muscles, and then there will be discomfort through the joints into your lower back. So it's important that you're thinking of hugging through your belly button in up to the spine. Often in my classes, for those that have taken my Pilates classes, I started off by just doing that, pulling the abdominal in off the ground, create space through the lower back, and we'll do usually from 5 to 10 reps of these. But because I want to make this a little bit more flowy, I'm just going to have you think about that right away, letting those arms reach out, reach the fingers back and away, look down to the mat, and you're going to inhale, we're going to practice swimming, and exhale. For those that have neck tensions and you feel it through the neck, rest your hands on the floor. Think of lifting through your shoulders, up and back while pulling the abdominal in, and focus on the legs only. So there you have the option of doing the legs alone or do your arms. What I'm going to count is the breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Long arms, long legs. So you do not want to bend your knees. You want to feel this happening from your hips back. Your hip bones are still on the floor. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Relax the head over to the side to release the lower back. Bend your knees. Let your feet here rock side to side and just feel here your lower back settle. And then extend through the legs. Use your hands and come into a tabletop. Now as you come to the tabletop, you want to make sure that if there was a broom coming from your head to the hips, that it's balanced, which means your head is not low or your belly is not sinking down. You're trying to create that nice long line from your crown all the way towards the hips. So feeling and pulling your abdominal into the spine. Now we're going to extend the left leg behind you without losing the balance of the hips. So you don't want the hip to come up or the hip to go lower. Trying to keep that the hips parallel to the floor. And you're going to progress by reaching the right arm away. And then you can turn the palm facing in so the thumb is up. And then think of reaching the arm and the leg away. This might be enough of a challenge for you. For those that find that this is easy, progress to get the right foot off the floor. This will be a much harder balance than just on the knee. So another thing that you want to think when you're doing this is to not sink on the left shoulder. So if I was doing this wrong, I'm sinking my way down. Push the weight energy up. And remember, we're working on core strength here today. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Feel the arm reach away. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do 5 more with rounding. So you can stay where you are or pull the leg in towards you. Think nose towards the knee, even if you might be far away from it, but that's the direction you're trying to think. As you round up to the sky, contract, and then extend away. Exhale, pull up, and reach away. Exhale, lift, energy from the ground, up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Take your hand and knee down. And then from there, you can relax your abdominal, opening up, looking forward, and then find back to the neutral position. So right there, we're going to think switching legs. So we have right leg back, left arm in front, parallel to the floor, hips and shoulders, abs engaged. Maybe adding that lift on the left foot as you're balancing for 1, 2, 3, reach, 4, 5, wonderful. Let's try to round up, pulling the knee towards your nose, scoop in, inhale, exhale, lift, inhale, exhale, 2 more, inhale, long, exhale, inhale, and squeeze in and up, good, and then rest. From there you can just again, going into the nice cow stretch. And then you can sit back into shell pose or go all the way into a puppy. Because I'm still recovering from my knee, I don't want to go into the shell pose, but you can. We also call that in Pilates the shell pose. Or do the puppy as I'm showing here in the front. And then you turn yourself around. Now, if you have a weight, you might use your weight here. This is totally optional. I have a light weight, mine is a 3 pound, but you don't have to do this with the weight, you can do this without it. The movement that I'm going to have you do, you're going to lay all the way down to the floor and have the arms reach back behind you. So the way you hold the weight is this way, okay? Your arms are back. Legs are long, flex your feet, take a breath in and feel the arms reach away from the feet. When you exhale, you're going to bring your gaze up, and I want you to go just halfway. And then you go back, inhale, and exhale halfway. If this is still easy, you can take 2 dumbbells instead of 1 dumbbell. So that's, again, optional. And press the legs down, halfway. Remember, we want to go halfway, not all the way, because right here, it's a break. You want to find some of you already know this, the green room, which means it's where you know that it's the challenge place. You go back, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We've got 2 more. Inhale, Exhale. Legs press down, press down. Imagine there's straps on top of those legs where they're not lifting off the floor. Again. And down. Last one. And breathe out. And then back. Taking the prop, if you had it, off to the side. We're going to double knee, pulling into the chest for a single leg stretch to start. The head comes off the ground. Again, use the pillow if you need to. You're going to take one leg out, and the way the leg goes out, thinking of reaching away. You might bring your leg lower, but again, thinking really contracting through the front. The way the hands work, the outside hand goes to the ankle. The inside hand crosses towards the knee. So when you alternate, the outside hand goes to the ankle. So if it's the right leg, right hand to the right ankle. If the left hand to the ankle. I've been teaching Pilates for long enough to know that sometimes this gets confusing. So try to just think simple. Right leg comes in, right hand at the ankle, and then the other hand just cross. Shoulders up. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. That's 3. 4. 5. Reach energy and tension through the movement. 6. 7. 8. This is 9. 10. Good. Then rest the feet. Relax yourself down. Let those arms stretch behind you. Straighten those legs and really feel the open of the front side of the body. And then bend your knees back. Now, if you have your ring, go ahead, place that ring between those inner thighs. If you don't have it, I'll show you here with the pillow. You can take the pillow. I'm going to actually fold mine to make it a little bit thicker and put it right between the legs. So that will activate those inner thighs. Walk your heels in, and then you're going to rise yourself up into the bridge. Okay, so what I would like for you to do here is once you have the bridge, you're trying to keep your hips level, toes pointing forward. Feel the weight shift to the left foot and extend the right leg out. Hold it there without tilting the hips for 1, 2, 3. Bring the foot back down. Then you feel the weight shift slightly to the right. Extend the left leg, but the hips are not lifting. They stay even. And then you bring the foot down. And again. Bring it back. And again. So if you're doing this with the ring, I'm just going to switch for those that have the prop, where you can do this with the ring. And back. Feel the weight shift. Exhale. Back one more time on each side. Finish with your right. If you started with the left, going out right. Good. Then from there, you're going to go down with the hips flat back. All the way down. Excellent. We'll take the prop away. And we're going to go now into double knee stretch. Both knees come into the chest. You're going to take here your hands towards your ankles. If you're using the pillow for support, place that pillow right at your shoulders. Head is supported. You can even keep your head down and just focus on your lower back. More so if you have neck situation where you need to watch it to not tense, okay? So, the arms going to go away, legs go away. Exhale, circle the arms and pull your knees in towards your chest. Inhale, lower back stays down by pushing your abs in. Exhale, circle, bring it back in. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 6. Inhale. Exhale. 7. Inhale. Exhale. 8. Inhale. Exhale. 9. Breathe in. Breathe out. 10. Rest your feet. Settle the head. Your arms can be out to the sides and swing your knees and just look at the opposite direction where your knees go. Just feel your back there rest. And then hold the back of the legs, tuck your head in, and find yourself back. Just sitting. Now if you need a little bit of water, please have a little bit of a water. And I'll check in to see who's coming in now. Hi everyone. Hi Cheryl, hi Greg, hi Shirley. Hi Susie, hi Jan, hi Evelyn. So nice to see you all here. Hi Robin, hi Joanne, hi Lana. All right, so, and again, if you're not doing the class right now, you can always save it and watch it later. But if you are joining me, good for you. Okay. So, we are coming back to the mat. And here, we're going to do a nice, work through a nice position through the boat, which later we'll prepare for something more advanced. But starting here, we are going to lean back, and when you lean back, I want you to feel like you're not on your top of your sitting bones or tailbone. You're going to find where you can slightly round at the hips and feeling the abdominal engage. Ways to progress for this. Taking the legs one at a time to tap the floor, and the hands can be supported on the back side of the legs as you do this little toe tap switch. Another way to modify is having the hands back behind you. The fingers can pointing back if your wrist permits, or having the fingers slightly pointing out if that's easier for the wrist. But then you don't use the hands on the back of the legs. Instead, you're trying to keep your torso still and tap the foot one at a time. Where I want you to feel it is through your abdominal, rectus abdominal. So you are feeling that you are supporting, and the lighter you are with the hands, the more you're using the front. For those that are ready to do this with no hands at all, your hands are free. And you tap, and you bring it back. And you tap, exhale back. So try this. Inhale, exhale. Again, use the hands if you need that support. One more time. And then settle the feet. To relax your back, take those hands on the back side of the legs and just feel the spine lengthen once again. You can even rock the weight a little bit side to side. Make sure all is good. Okay? We are going down all the way to the floor this time. Relax yourself all the way on the mat. And I'd like for you to do the single leg stretches. So the legs here go up towards the sky. So if the hamstring is tight again, you go and bend your knees. The hands will reach as high as you can, so it can be on your calf muscle, or if you can reach it all the way towards your ankle, as I am lucky to have that flexibility because I work on it too, you'll have the hands over towards your feet. So taking the leg out in a way, creating like a nice scissor look here on the legs, and you're going to lift the shoulders if it's okay with the neck to come up. The way you use your hands is very light. You're not forcing a hamstring by pulling with your hands onto the leg. You're doing a slide pull in with the hands. It's very so slightly. What's making here this movement to happen and the leg to come in is the core, not so much your hands. So you inhale in the transition, nice 2 exhales as you through the lips as you bring the leg in. So you inhale, exhale, breathe in, switch, inhale, switch, shoulders up. Don't. Yeah, I know you don't try to cheat on purpose, but try to not even do your body a favor by making it easier. You want to challenge yourself. You want to make your time effective here. Two more. Last one. And then settle your feet. Relax your head down. And then let your knees again here settle as you move side to side. We are going to be on your stomach. So use yourself here with your hands to turn your body here now facing down. We're going prone all the way to the floor. Okay? Here I'm going to have you take both of your forearms under you. And when you do this, right from the start, I want you to feel like you're pulling your abdominal here off the ground. Okay? So you are not just settling here. You're really using your shoulder strength and your abdominal, engaging together to keep your core strong here. What we're going to do is the single leg kick. We're going to flex your foot and knee to pull the leg in closer to your buttock without changing the hips. The hips are not coming off the ground, but you're trying to lift slightly if you can your knee off the floor. So if you're lifting the knee and your hip come off at the same time, not good. Try to keep your hip down and just engage your hamstring by keeping your hip bone on the floor, but lifting as much as you can the leg off the floor with your abs engaged. You're going to resist 2 times. 1, 2. Then you're going to point the toes and extend the leg behind you as you keep your gaze here down straight between your forearms. You're going to switch legs. 1, 2. Set your energy and intention as the leg reaches back. You exhale. Long leg back. Again. Long leg back. In for 2. Reach back. In for 2. Reach back. Long. In 2. Extend. Curl 2. Extend. You should feel your glutes here getting a work as you feel that heel come in. Feel the hamstrings and the glutes. And then extend the leg back. Abs supporting your lower back. Again. 1, 2. Extend. Again. Flex 2. Extend. Last one in each leg. Reach. One more with the right. 1, 2. Extend. Take yourself all the way down and rock those hips. No tension there. Okay? All right. Now, I am going to do this exercise that those who were used to take my Pilates class, you know that this is one of my favorites. So much because we don't use enough sometimes of our back body, over the strength of our back. And so I'm going to use the ring. If you are at home, you can even use a thick book, a block, which I'm going to show all the different ways of how you can do it, depending what you got at home. So a roller or a block. I'm going to show all the options that you can here do this one, okay? So I'm going to show you the ring first. The ring can be on your mat. If you have a slippery floor, make sure it's on the carpet or something like that. Your hands are on top. You're going to adjust how close or far away the ring is. But I want you to do the preparation of the swan by having the hands on top, engaging the energy through the back side of the legs. Pull your abdominal in and then try to extend yourself up. Pull those abs engaged. Bringing your gaze slightly forward, and then you bring yourself back down. If you were not able to extend your arms, you're going to bring that away from you, not so close to you. If you're using something like, let's say, a roller, you will have your forearms on, and then you're going to try to roll the roller into the hands as you come up. You pull the abs engaged, and then you bring it away, and you pull it in. So this is if you have the roller and you wanted to do the roller to do this exercise. If you have let's say, a book or a block, it's a little bit different, but you can still do it. You take your forearms down, and you're moving your hands back. You feel the abdominal engaged, and then you move yourself forward. The whole key of this, that you should not be feeling this through your lower back. Work, yes, but no tension or pressure. So what happens, the key is to pull the abdominal in with you when you come up. Shoulders away from the ears. You're taking a breath in when you come up, and you take a breath down as you come down. So if I was doing this with the ring, you're going to inhale up and exhale down. You bend your arms as you come down, and you're shaking the arms to extend as you inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Pull those abs engaged, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Strengthen the back side of the body. And again, inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Feel those abs come in with you as you rise. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Pull those abs in. And exhale. Back down. Now go into your shell pose or puppy if you can sit all the way back into your heels, which is my case, and letting the self relax down. Take that nice break, and then we'll bring ourselves around. Now I'm going to have you do this time sideways, facing towards the front, and if you have bands, this is totally optional. If you don't have a band that is looks like this, you don't have to do it with the band to feel the work. But if you have it, you're going to place it right at your ankles, and then you're going to be on your side with your forearm right under your shoulder, because you don't want to have that shoulder too far away because it will hurt it. You want to be elbow under the shoulder, pulling yourself from the ground. This is me here just chilling, but you really want to pull yourself off the floor. Hips stacked forward, and you can take the top hand and rest it in front of you with the fingertips, and you're feeling that energy pushing off the ground. The top leg is going to lift, and you lower. Lift, and try to keep your toes pointing forward as we're working here, your abductors, the outside. Now, if I was doing this without the band, you still have that energy, you still feel that work. You lift and lower, lift and lower, keep going, and up and down. Depending sometimes on the cause of your bands of resistance, you might find that 10 is too much, and you might just need to do 5 or 6. Lift, lift, lift. 4 more. If you can, of course, or take breaks in between. 1 more. Very good. Now we're going to pull those knees all the way into your chest, and I want you to relax yourself all the way down on your side. So the bottom arm is your pillow, and you're trying to pull your knees in nice and close towards you. Now, if you're doing it with the band, you're going to take both legs in front of you, and you're going to take the top leg up. It's going to target a different area of your glute. If you're doing this without the band, you're going to just have one leg straight out, and you're going to go up and up. Flex your foot and thinking toes towards your head. When you do this, think also creating a little space on your bottom rib, which we call the little mouse house. So you are engaging your core while you're working here, your hips. So you're creating that alignment. Remember, I wanted you to think of your alignment. Reach, reach. 5 more. 4. 1 more. 5. Rest. And you might felt those puppies. And sometimes I'll have you take a little tap. And if you feel like you need one, go for it. We're going to come up and do the other side. So if you have the bands, keep the bands. If you don't have the bands, remember, it's all about your intention. Creating that bottom arm support, feeling your chest nice and open, one straight line. As we are here facing forward, we're going to take the leg. Exhale. And 3. And 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Bring the knees in. Knees all the way in. Lay yourself all the way down on the floor. Tuck those legs in. Hip stand. Both legs or one leg out. And you go 1. And 2. Lift 3. And 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Then relax. You can take the bands away if you had it. Give it a nice little tap. And then come up all the way to the top. Good. So here I'm going to have you turn yourself to the side. And I'm going to prepare you for your planks, and that will be our last exercises here for today, is working on the plank. And I'm going to do the lateral plank with multiple variations, and then we'll do facing down, prone, and then we'll switch from the left to the right. So I am on my right side, but will be your left, and you're going to be, the ways you can modify it can be on your forearm or on your hand. I'm going to do it in the forearm for those that need to build the strength here. The bottom leg will be bent, the top leg is straight, and you have your thighs one on top of each other, because often I see the front knee coming forward. Make sure they're stacked, and you're going to lift yourself up in this position, okay? So from here, notice the bottom leg is bent. You're going to just do a bit of a dip, and then you'll lift back up. And as you're doing this, you're strengthening your shoulder girdle, and you are also thinking of strengthening through your obliques on your bottom side. If you can do this with your arms straight, go ahead. If you're doing this with straight legs, you're going to do it with straight legs. I'm going to stay with this variation right here. That was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get that weight off the shoulders, you lift. 9, 10. We're going to turn now facing down. Again, you can do this with straight arms or having your forearms. A way to strengthen here is to keep your knees down and creating a line from your head to the knees. If you are capable to extend the legs, extend the legs. I'm going to do it with my knees bent, and we're going to breathe here for 10, 9, engage the core, so you are thinking in tightening the abdominal wall into the back, thinking of spreading your shoulders slightly apart as you breathe, not sinking the hips. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're switching sides. So I'm going to just turn facing you, but you could just turn around the other way. Find your variation. You let the hips go down. Lift 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottom side. Lift 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Facing back down. Last end right here. 10, 9. Try to relax your jaw. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Do it with the straight legs if you can. This is 2, and 1. Then you relax all the way down, having your hands to help you bring yourself up. We're going to walk the hands and walk your feet here forward. Feel yourself feel relaxed down over the legs. Keep your knees bent. I want you to feel your back just rest, your head just rest. As you exhale, feel the weight of the head hit heavy. You're going to articulate the spine as you roll yourself up, pressing through the feet. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. Feel your shoulders here stack. And here, I'm going to turn my body facing you because we are going to finish by analyzing your posture. So you have your ball of the feet active. And the way a good way to think of the energy through your feet is trying to lift your toes, feel the inside of your big toe, of the ball of the big toe here pressing down, and the outside of the pinky. Think of lengthening through your arches, relax your toes, and have your palms here face down. Think of here now as you close your eyes, you're standing yourself here nice and tall. Bring awareness to your breath. Notice how you feel after the Pilates mat class. Hopefully here feeling good by that you have created movement through your body, that you have now created energy. You might find that you're perhaps a little tired now, but as you go on through the day, you will feel much better that you have strengthened and stretched and lengthened your body. Working on your alignment here by feeling the weight into your heels, energy through the back of the heels into the hips, hips on top of the hips, the head between the shoulders lengthening, the chin slightly relaxed. Inhale through your rib cage and exhale, abs engage, fingers reaching down. And as you open your eyes, go ahead, we come together here. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're feeling wonderful. Again, stay tuned. We have lots of classes in our JCA page, Fitness and Wellness, 17 classes a week. So lots of options to keep you active while at home. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And if you are watching this movie or this video later on, I hope that you can benefit and do as much as you can. And I'll see you next week. Thank you.